Hello and welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be playing the game Meet Your Maker. And we're just going to go in and look at a few of my bases, the results of the bases over the last few hours. I think this time around I might have about 9 hours in between the last time I checked my bases. But we'll look at the board. We'll look at what bases that I have that are performing. I also want to reiterate or tell you again that the yellow tokens at the top. You got the red tokens, the blue tokens, and you got the yellow tokens. And the yellow tokens are the ones that, if you're a pure core builder, those are the ones, those are your bread and butter to buy into, to prestige and buy into new battlegrounds. You got to get that value high. Just remember that when you check your bases, log out of the game in between checking your bases, and you'll get plenty of it. I've not had an issue. I've even got backup bases in my list ready to go that I was able to buy, build. I got my 5 core ones going, and I got backup bases even, and I've been able to go over to most of the vendors and get all the upgrades that I need. So just doing that, logging in and out between checking your bases is the way to go. Now I've got my trap guy up to 54. Now I found out that with the buffs here, every level you get with the trap, at least with the trap advisor, it gives you 3 minutes of the buff duration added. So when you look at this, the boost for this guy now, it's at 2 hours and 42 minutes. Now I was told by Darkspawn, Dr. Darkspawn, that this level caps at 100. So all the advisors currently cap at 100. So when you get them to 100, that's it. So let's go into the board and let's see what kind of victims we got last night. Victims. So it looks like the Hornet's Nest is doing what I thought it was going to do. Now, there are people that feel that most of my bases are kill boxes. Well, they're not. Well, yes and no. I mean, they're not your traditional kill boxes that everybody's meta building over and over again. My kill boxes, I'm keeping in mind that I want the player to have fun, and I want to have the player to experience a kill box that actually is unique and fun and artistful. So every one that I make is unique. But if you're giving me a video game where you're asking me to take down the most amount of people, then it's kill boxes. That's just the way it is. And until they get more generous in the rewards to builders, core builders, and when I say core builders, those people that only build in this game, never raid. I've raided 5 times total. I raided until I got to the tutorial, then I built my first base, and I've never raided again. And I've been able to easily keep going, but it'd be nice if they gave us better rewards so that I can tone down my bases a little bit, because I needed the kill ratios to be at least over 9 for each base to get the rewards that so if one person goes in and only dies once, I'm just not getting enough. I might, and every person comes in and does that nonsense, you're not getting enough rewards. So that's it. So here, I feel bad about this, but the Hornet's Nest took these victims out. 15 kills for one, 12 of the other, and I feel bad only because they didn't get the reward. The Genmat, they did not get it. They were in there for 13 minutes. This one here, this one is the one that I haven't given a name yet. I believe it's that one, because I believe this one here is Happy Town. Yeah, this one's Happy Town, and this one I just haven't given it a name yet. But you can see that with this one here, 1820, they didn't get it. These guys did very well for this map. This map can be brutal, and we can look at the map numbers when we're done, but they did a pretty good job. They only died a total of 5 times, and they were able to get it. They were in there 16 minutes. Then I have 1 and no, 7 and no, 2 and no. I just is telling me maybe those bases are just too hard. I know the Hornet's Nest is hard. I made it that way. I mean, it's a hornet's nest. I mean, you ever put your hand in a hornet's nest? It's going to light you up. So I tried to make it so that it had that hornet's nest feel. That's why I call that map the Hornet's Nest. All right, so then we're going to come down here. Another person that pulled the ripcord. Here's the this one here is, what one is this one? Am I getting my bases confused? Because I think, okay, so this is, okay, I'm sorry. I probably should equate the actual Outpost name that they give me to, it's early in the morning, haven't had my coffee, I'm going by the picture and what it looks like. This is the Hornet's Nest. This is the one I haven't named yet. This is the one called Happy Town. So Happy Town, Happy Town, the one I haven't named yet, and then back to the Hornet's Nest. So yeah, I just got to put them together. You know, these are the actual names, and they equate. I just been going by the picture. Now this one here is one that I put together. I call this base cheese, and I mean cheese. I did every cheese move in the game to build this base, and people just are tapping out of it, and of course they are. It is total cheese. It's crazy mode. So I made it just as a ha-ha. I wondered if I could actually get people to actually do this nonsense. So this is actually a base that I pumped resources in that I didn't expect to get any results, because I said to myself, any experienced raider is going to go in there and they're going to say this is total cheese, and that's why I named the base that. So that person died 5 times and bailed out. This is the arena. The arena is still going strong. Still going strong, giving me some good results. People are tapping out of it, though. Here's another person. Now, this person here either rage quit or they disconnected. And you can tell that by the fact that they were there for in there for 34 minutes. I got 0 kills, and they didn't get the Genmat. That's impossible, right? I mean, so what the person did is they rage quit. In this game, if somebody's in the map, instead of going back out the normal way through the menu system, if you just close the game or do a Control-Alt-Delete, go to Task Manager and drop the game, it's considered a rage quit. And basically, you don't get scored for it. So when I go to watch this video, I know if I go to watch this video, there'll be probably 20 deaths, 30 deaths, and then the person just rage quit and left. Or they disconnected somehow and it wasn't their fault. But that's what that number reflects, is somebody who just tapped out. Now look at this one here. This is the arena again, and this one's 34 kills, 45 kills, and they pulled the ripcord. So they were in there for almost 40 minutes and they gave up. So that is the base I made in my 60-minute build. That base, that open arena concept that one of my YouTube subscribers said, well, Tarkus, try to do an open arena concept where it's just one room, then the Genmat, just one big room, and that's the map. That's it. It's kicking butt and taking names. Here's another one where the arena, and it's 36 and pulled the ripcord. Arena 4 and pulled the ripcord. Okay, this one here, no deaths, no Genmat, 0 deaths, and 3 minutes. Arena again, doing some devastating damage. Let's see what we've got going here. That's a good number there. See, I might do a video on this guy's run, because that's a pretty good effort there. 13 minutes. He died 16 times, didn't give up, and that is a hard map for a solo player. So I might give this guy some props later and do a video on him. All right, so you can see that I've effectively killed people. So let's go over to the center here. All right. So this is the arena. It's going to be done today. It's going to be over and done with. It's the one that I made in my 60-minute video. And its kill ratio is 18. I've killed 2,103 people. And these are the, I mean, you probably can't see these because my mug's in the way. I'll put myself way over here. So you can see the numbers, 33 fun, 59 brutal. They're pretty good. And then this one here has a kill ratio of 15. It went down 0.2. I've got some good accolades for that. Most of it's brutal. I know this map is brutal. That just, you know, that's That's what he asked me to build a base, so I'm going to build a base. This one here is the one I haven't put a name on yet. So that one is new. It's 5. I say it's new. I don't get many activity until most of my bases get past 5, 5th level. So it's only had 20 raiders and 11 kill ratio. This one is a really new. This is the really new one. This one here is the cheese one, the one that I call cheese, and that one's got a 14 kill ratio. And if there was a thumbs down that they could give me, I think I'd have to be loaded with them. I deliberately made this base, and it's open. Actually, we'll go in there and look at that base because it's really open concept, and you can see that you're in trouble when you get in there. Happy Town here is at 11. All right, so this is my workshop, and then the other ones are in master, or in master status, and they're in social. So these are the 5 bases that I have going on, and I thought I had a backup base. Maybe. Okay, so my backup base actually went into rotation last night because I believe, this base here hit 10 last night at midnight. So this base here was the base that had 3.5 or a 5 kill ratio. I got it to like 8 prestige. It never got past 5 kill ratio. I rebuilt the whole thing for the last like 2 levels for it. So I was able to bump the kill ratio from 5 to 11, and that one's done. So I gotta buy a backup burial ground soon. I've got to reactivate this one in about an hour. But let's go into the base I call cheese real quick, and we'll look at it real quick so you can just see what I mean. I'm not going to go over the full details, but I'm just going to walk through it, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, so it's got the fascia, the ambiance that's indicative to all the maps that I make. Every map that I make has this. And then here you walk into this kill box that is just anything that Tarkus could say would make this so just cheese. I did it in this room. All the gimmicks, all the little things that you could do. And then you come down here, and then you've got these warmongers that pop out like a spook house. They'll run you, and then this room here is all damn dead man switch. So, and these things are on self-destruct. So once they get into this room and grab the Genmat, they're done, because I got like 5 enforcers up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enforcers up here that cover a good distance that just jump down through these cubes with dead man switch. I mean, total cheese. Total cheese. And that's why this map is called cheese. And again, I've put it this way so people can get here and say, yeah, Tarkus, you jerkhead, I'm not even going to bother with this. And I did not expect it to get results. It was one of those things I said, I'm just going to pump some money into it, some of my resources into it. Let's just make it and see what it does. All right. Well, hopefully this video finds you well. I want to thank you for joining me, and this has been the Tarkus Zone.